stand by. The vacuum tubes are warming up. This is a special live broadcast right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, it is always great when friends stop by, especially a musician from Georgia who is just knocking it out of the park. You might remember him from Pierce County, way down there in South Georgia, Blackshear, Waycross area. But, talking about Cole Tomlinson, who joins me now from up in Nashville, where he is trying to make it big, and he's doing a darn good job of it. His latest single is out right now, and that's Honky Tonk Heaven, and here to tell us about it is Cole Tomlinson himself. Welcome to the show, Cole. Glad to have you here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing just great. What was it like growing up down there in Pierce County? I'm guessing not a lot of country music fans.
Growing up in Blackshear, I, pretty much small town living. Me, my mom, and dad, we actually moved around a lot when I was younger, and we actually settled down in Blackshear, and I'm glad to call that my home because I've made a lot of friends and family down there, and we grew up playing music in church, like gospel, country songs, and bluegrass songs, and a lot of my favorite times actually playing is in church. So
yeah. Well, I was kidding about not being a lot of country music fans down there.
Big part of my life. Oh yeah.
They always joke about it now. Around South Georgia, my buddy Wade will say, "Well, there's not a lot of country music fans down here. We just like good music," and that's it's just so synonymous.
Good music.
With Georgia, country music is so ingrained in all of us here. But I love that you started playing in church, just like so many folks kind of started out, and that runs through every facet of this music, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Even a song like Honky Tonk Heaven. Tell me about this song and how it came to be.
Well, this song, I actually got the idea. I play in Tootsie's Orchid Lounge right now, downtown in Nashville, Tennessee. And I actually had a show down there one night when I was up there playing, and I had the idea of a Honky Tonk Heaven. So,
well, if there ever was one, it would be Tootsie's. I mean, you talk about playing in some royalty, some hallowed ground there for country music. That's Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, right by the Rhine.
The history lies deep. It's right there next to it. Yes, sir.
And all the folks used to come over after, in between and probably during the show, and have a little nip there at Tootsie's.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they still do.
Yeah.
But I was up there playing the show one night, and I got the idea, wrote it down, and then after the show, I was adamant I wanted to finish this song. So I sat down in the truck and I stayed there all night writing this song, and came out the garage the next morning, saw the daylight, went home,
had a song.
Played it. That's right. Yes, sir.
That's great. I cut my teeth in a honky tonk, working there, my first radio show, and loved it. Spent 6 years there, and it was just terrific. And there's something that is kind of magical about those places where people come together, and there's, some stuff that pretty sad that happens in there too. But for the most part, it's a really cool experience. You learn a lot about people. You're 23 now. You're living in Nashville. You're already playing at Tootsie's. I mean, they say it's a 10-year town. Are you feeling that right now, or is it moving pretty quick?
Well, I've been here for 3 years, and I'll tell you what, it feels like I've been here for 3 weeks.
Moving pretty fast. Do you get back home much at all?
Man, I get back home as much as I can. I still got a band down there, and once in a while, I still like going down home and playing shows with them guys. So.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to have you back here in Georgia anytime you can, and certainly don't be a stranger. Let's talk about some of your other music here, because, everybody from Georgia that wants to get into country music, it's like a 5 or 6 hour drive to Nashville for most of Georgia. So everybody just leaves. They just go up there, but you take with you so much talent and so much storytelling ability that comes from living down here in the deep South, down here in Georgia. And where you're from, man, it's Ag Central down there. And you've got a song out about a dirt road. Tell me about this one.
Oh wow! Well, yeah, I've actually got a song out called "Dirt Road Princess," and it was it was the first song I've ever put out.
Yeah.
And I was probably 15, 16 when I wrote it, and came to Nashville because that's what you do when you got a song. And we found a producer, and we all settled down. We sat down and said, "Hey, this is what we want out of it." And
Yeah.
you know, God willing, everyone was on board. So we sat down, recorded a new song called "Dirt Road Princess," and it's out. It's been out for a long time. I actually put that out when I was in high school.
I was going to ask you how many young ladies are running around back there in Patterson and Pierce County thinking, "I am the Dirt Road Princess." He wrote that about me. And there's got to be a few of them back there.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
They just know it's about them. That's great, though. What are you working on right now? I mean, we're going to obviously, Rush's going to kick out Honky Tonk Heaven. But
yes, well,
what are you working on?
We've got Honky Tonk Heaven out right now, and in another month, we're going to be putting out the rest of the EP. I've got 4 total songs coming out. Along with Honky Tonk Heaven, I've got First Time Again, another Dirt Road song. It's called I Could Use a Dirt Road. And then the last one is called Part-Time Hooker.
Oh, boy. I can only, I'm thinking here, there's probably, is there a fishing?
You're exactly right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Well, you get them with that line. Talk to me about your writing, because this is always fun. Where do you draw things in? They just pop into your mind, or do you just sit down and you're like, okay, I got to write a song today, and treat it like work?
I've had songs hit me in different ways. I mean, sometimes you could think of lyrics, or sometimes you'll think of a melody driving down the road. But most of the time I sit down and write a song, I just pick up the guitar and think of a melody that I like, and from there lyrics come.
That's wonderful. So what was your backup plan, Cole? If it doesn't all work out, what were you thinking? Well, you might try and do.
If music doesn't work, then I've got music.
That's it, right? That is the plan.
That's the plan.
I think it's fun. I've asked a couple of, I've asked nearly everybody that's been on the show, what's your backup plan? And
yes,
you'd be surprised at some of the answers. There's always a fun answer that comes out of that. But you know what? The way your ride is running right now, man, I think music, because there are very few, and I mean this. I hear a lot of folks that come on, and there are very few who can sing and have a video posted by a fan that sounds as good as the recording. And you're one of those guys. That is really, really cool.
I appreciate that.
Now that's true talent, Cole, and you've got it all. You're doing it right. You're up there, and we got to throw a plug to your producer here. Are you recording at the same place?
Let's do it. Yeah.
You'll tell us about it.
Well, hey, yeah, I actually recorded this last song, Honky Tonk Heaven. I recorded with Mr. Art Ward with Century Music Group, and I actually got to record at the famous Soul Train Studios. So that was a great experience. Those guys are awesome up there.
Make it easy, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Walk in and
go in. Get it done. That's right.
All right. So now, look, you got to educate us here, because we've got some folks that are, they make me look young, who love to listen on Georgia radio, and they love to help new artists out. So I'm talking to you, Helen. I'm talking to you, Miss Pamela, and a number of others with our partner group, Georgia Folk and Farm Life. There's a new way. It used to just be able to buy an album, and that's important. You've got that EP coming out, and that's great. We're going to sell some albums for you. But what helps now is if you share Cole's stuff on your Facebook page. And if you would help out, if you've got Instagram or any of that social media stuff, if you'd share his stuff, like and follow, that'll help. But talk to us about playlists and streaming, like with Spotify and all that stuff. And I can hear him right now going, I don't do that. But talk to me about that and tell me how that helps and why they should.
Yeah, so pretty much nowadays, the most important thing for us guys is streaming and numbers. I could go out and sell CDs, and I plan on it, but the biggest thing now people want to see is how many streams do you get? How many numbers are you getting on these social media websites? So I really do appreciate y'all hopping on, liking and following and just streaming the song one time. If you ever get a chance throughout the day, just hit stream, hit play.
Now, when we stream it here on Georgia Radio, it's going to help those numbers too, because it will go out and it will show that it was listened to by, X number of people. And hopefully that helps too, because we're going to play the wheels off this thing. And I'm talking about Honky Tonk Heaven, which is out. I still like Dirt Road Princess.
Oh, by all means, play that
playing it, right? All right,
yes,
Cole.
Sir.
Give him your website so we can all follow along there too.
Yes, sir. You can find me at ColeTomlinson.com and Facebook and Instagram at Cole Tomlinson Music.
There you go. All right, you want to say hi to anybody?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
There you
Love
go. All right, Cole. Hey, man, great having you on. And please do not be a stranger here on Georgia Radio.
Yes, sir.
You've got a home here. Use this station like it's your own, and I mean that, okay?
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thanks again.
Cole Tomlinson, everybody.
Matt Jolly, right here on Georgia Radio.